Gratitude. So I think there are more so about 3 or 4 perspectives that one can come from in regards to gratitude. You can come from a place of privilege, or quote-unquote privilege, or quote-unquote access, and be grateful that you did not have to struggle in order to be happy and learn that lesson of gratitude. So, basically, like as an example, I am extremely grateful that I was provided all the things necessary in order for me to sustain a happy, healthy existence, and that I didn't have to struggle or suffer in order to gain the knowledge or the lesson that I am grateful. You can come from a place of quote-unquote privilege or access and sympathize or empathize by seeing, either being self-taught or taught by your parents, grandparents, immediate family, whatever the case may be, that there are people in the world living without, and from that perspective of sympathizing and empathizing and witnessing and observing, being grateful for what you do have, because you have seen what it is like to live without. And then there is coming from a place of lack. So being raised in a household that you lack certain bare necessities. So lacking food, a stable roof over your head, or a bed to sleep in, or a clean environment, or clean clothes, whatever the case may be. And now coming to a place in your life where you can provide those things for yourself, and you are grateful, coming from a place of, I know what it's like to live without, thus I am grateful. And then the fourth one or so is still coming from that place of lack. And even in that current space of living in lack, but still be able to find food every day. You might be homeless, but you'll find food every day. Or, you might have not a permanent roof over your head, but you have a temporary roof. You have a couch to sleep on right now. You have a bed or a cot to sleep on right now. And in that moment, you are content and you are grateful. And you are living in a place of lack, but you're grateful for the things that are coming into your path that make it a little bit more comfortable. And grateful in that moment for that, for food or whatever the case may be. And it's not that food is a comfort. It's just that there are people in this world who are living without food but still consider themselves happy because they are grateful for what they do have. So when you're coming from one of those perspectives and you learn the lesson of gratitude in the spirit of thanksgiving, you have to understand that that is a now perspective. That is being content with the now. And when you're living in a place of now, it is easier to obtain your happiness, to obtain your contentment, to be able to live in a place of basically of gratitude. And live in the past, you're going to get depressed, and if you think about the future, you're going to get anxiety, and there's always things to do, and there's always things to fix, your shadow work or whatever the case may be. But trying your best, with the best of intentions, to live in the now moment and be grateful you do have, will give you longer stretches of that kind of euphoric happiness, because I am grateful. And grateful is a lesson. You can strive to be grateful. You can want to be grateful. But unless you have learned the lesson or have come from one of those perspectives and really let that seep into your mindset, you're not necessarily going to be happy. Like, oh, I'm grateful. That's a word. But it is the mind that really needs to receive that information. And sometimes it needs to be affirmed, an affirmation every day just to remind yourself. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves to be grateful. If we know what those are. And, it is a learned behavior to be grateful. It is a learned behavior to be grateful. You just can't wake up one day and be like, I'm grateful. Why? Because it doesn't work that way. It's grateful and being grateful and being grateful is a lesson within itself. You ever heard parents tell children, be grateful? It is a being grateful, being content in the moment. Happy holidays.